Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our third annual KLU Thinks Big event. My name is Nidia Ramirez, and I am a second-year master's student.
My name is Andres Escalante, and I'm a bachelor's degree on the first year. Before we start, we would like to invite Professor Barrot to give some words and introduce the whole event.
Yeah, welcome. So my name is Christian Barrot. I'm a professor of marketing innovation and the dean of programs, and surprisingly the president had other commitments on a Friday evening when the sun is shining. I don't know what. Yeah? I think he's busy in very official matters. So it's up to me to welcome you, and I do this from my heart, right? Because I see lots of people here who share two things. One is commitment, the other thing is optimism. Why commitment? Because if you show up on a Friday afternoon or Friday evening for such talks, you're really committed to thinking, big thinking, and to knowledge. And optimism that it's because you think there will be a lot of other sunny evenings outside here in Hamburg. Yeah? So you don't have to use any one of them today. So that's great that you found your way in here. It's I think the third time that we have this event at KLU. And we're very glad that you're organizing this. So it's this event totally organized by students. We have some speakers who are professors, some speakers that are students, but sort of organizing duties for all among these students. So thanks for all of you involved for doing that. Now, why is that important to think and think big? So I don't know whether you share this, and I don't know, the older ones may do. So I remember when I came to university, after graduating from high school, right? So my first, second semester, it was really for me a bit of a disappointment, right? So not so much, like the atmosphere, that I could sleep longer and that, we had parties and all that, that was all fine, but sort of intellectually, right? Because you are at the very top in your school, when high school, the 12th or 13th or whatever grade you've been once you graduated, and where you had all these big topics, right? In physics, in math, in literature, in geography, chemistry, whatever. So you were on the top of your game, and in some parts you really had intellectually challenging stuff. Yeah? So I remember my last semester I had in high school, we had a physics teacher who did his PhD in astronomy, and this very last semester is always, you can do what you want. And he picked this Stephen Hawking stuff, with twin paradox and time dilation and stuff. I have forgotten everything. I could not explain any of this anymore, but I remember that it was really challenging. It was really where your mind starts thinking, and you have a certain level where you feel, okay, that is really spacey stuff. So I was very glad to see that our personal Star Trek professor Günther Lang will relate to that in his final talk of the day, and going out in space and getting commodities out of this. And if we look into these topics that we have here, I think we have quite a range, yeah? And that is also very important for a school like KLU, which is, in the end, it's just a business school, right? So we have just one topic, and that is business. And some even say we're a logistics school, so even more narrow, yeah? But so it's very important to broaden that a bit, right? Because a universal is a bit on broader knowledge. And surprisingly, if we ask for that and if we dig a bit deeper, we see that diversity of topics, of mindsets, of interest is actually here, right? Although we seem to be this monothematic university, we have, I think, quite a bit of a range, right? So if we start out with topics like whatever coffee, yeah? So you wouldn't think that coffee is a big topic at KLU, but we have already in, I think, 25th of May, we have a big event here with high school students that we invite, where we have a workshop day on sustainability, and the case study we'll present and discuss is on sustainable coffee growing, together with the Neumann Foundation here, which is part of the Neumann Coffee Group, one of the largest wholesale trading companies for coffee. So, even such a topic that you might not expect here at KLU, at a business school, at a logistics university, we're taking care of. And you also see like this wide range of topics here, and if you just see the title, so we're going to learn how to say yes. And then we have another topic, on sexual harassment, which is probably focusing more on saying no. Yeah, so we have the yeses and nos. We have some stuff that is very close to you, like this millennial thing, where that's you basically, not me or Günther. We are post-war generation and whatever. I don't know what's that. Generation Golf is what I think I am, and Günther's maybe Generation DKW. And we have other topics that are further away, like space or other domains. And all of this is from your heart. I think you made the suggestion. No one sort of forced that upon you, but it's topics that you like, that you love, that you want to share. And that's also very important, that besides what you do here and just focus on grades and modules and credit points, that you maintain interest in topics that go beyond that. I think that's very important in our lives to have these type of topics in politics, in history, in literature, in theater, whatever, the music, whatever it is, to be that human being, this complete human being that we need to be. And there will be a point in time where you need this. Yeah? So my father, he retired a bit early, and then as it happens, my mother said, just go get a hobby and don't stop standing around in the way at the home. Yeah? So my father picked sea chest, of all things. Yeah? He's a business school scholar, and he picked sea chess. And then he sort of developed an interest in that even further and wrote a book about that sold 20 times more than my dissertation. And he actually got like 10 times the TV interviews that I got in my life with sea chess. And he's really busy and happy about that. So is my mother. Yeah? So he's out of the house, The only downside is sea chess, they're big, they fill the house, so that's the downside. So if you have any topic that will bring you through your life, that will help you to find a pleasant thought and place in your retirement, and that doesn't fill and cramp a house, so like coffee, I think you can handle that quite nicely, so it doesn't need a lot of space, or saying yes, that also doesn't need a lot of space. Space is maybe needed if Günther settles his spaceship and goes to Mars, bringing back more gold and whatever he finds there. But sort of all these topics are a valuable part of your life, and sharing that, they will become a valuable part also of our, maybe not life, but the day or the evening. And we have a very nice watch here, a clock, it's just saying 17:13, it's more or less correct. So I already made up these 7 minutes we started late. But I don't want to delay the more interesting parts, and that is the content. And we're going to start on time at 5:15. And what we're going to hear today will just be introduced by our two lovely presenters. So all I can say is I wish you a very interesting, a very stimulating evening. And maybe you see some sun afterwards, and as a reward have here a nice drink, beer, whatever it is, near the river. So welcome, have fun, and have a nice Friday night.
Thank you for your kind words and for the introduction.